I have the wrong title.
Okay. We'll just hang out. We'll hang out. Because I was like, wait, this is strange. All right, great. We are live. Welcome everyone who's super early to the very start of the stream or watching the VOD. This is Botlane episode 8 with our good friend Mitch or DZ. Please introduce yourself.
Hi. My tag is DZ. My name is Mitch. I am a CLMer. I won't reveal what character I play,
Perfect.
but yeah, I don't know. I'm a longtime Melee player. I've known Nicolette for a long time as well. We go way back to the Seattle days, so it's
Oh, do you?
Yeah, I've met her in like 2015, I think. So
Wow, you've known her longer than I have.
Well, probably the only person in CLM at least. Uh, so yeah.
That's very cool. I had no idea.
hmm
I do know, like, how, I guess maybe you can explain, like, how did you get into Melee? And also, do you prefer Mitch or DZ?
you can do Mitch. I probably prefer
Okay,
Mitch. Yeah.
Mitch. Okay, great. Yeah, so how did you get into Melee?
So I mean, I pretty much have always been into Melee as long as I can remember.
Wow.
I played it a lot when I was a kid. And then when Brawl came out in 2008, I was like, I was looking up, like I was pretty big into the internet early adoption at that time, and like on like on forums and shit. So I was like, oh, Brawl's coming out. Melee is my or like Smash is my interest. Let me figure out what people are saying on the internet about this. And so then I found Smashboards, which was like the biggest online community at the time. And so like, and then as soon as I got on there, they were like, I like went on to like learn strategies for Brawl so I could like beat my friends and stuff. But everyone was just like talking about how Melee was better, and I like agreed with their arguments. But I was just like, I guess it's like too late for me to get into the game now because Brawl already came out, which is funny because that was literally like 20 years ago, and Melee's
Yeah.
still going strong. So I was into Melee at the time. I would like practice a lot of the tech skill and stuff in my room, but I didn't have any friends to play with, and at that time I was still in high school, so I didn't really like have the means to go to tournaments and stuff. But then uh, when the Smash documentary came out, which was in 2013, and also the Melee was at the Evolution Championship Series that year, which was like a big deal, and so it was just like a big summer for kind of Melee getting back into kind of pop, at least gaming pop culture. And so like at that point, I was like, okay, I guess Melee's gonna live long enough where I can get into it. And so yeah, so then I started going to tournaments, um, like basically right when I moved to Washington, and then I met Nicolette.
That's awesome. When you were like saying that, oh, Brawl came out in 2008, and you thought that that was going to overtake Melee, like, what was it a matter of? Like, was it a matter of getting like a different console, or like what really held you back from getting into Melee then, or was it
Well,
just like
just
the release of Brawl?
yeah, it's just especially like at that time, especially there was like no kind of precedent for a game kind of outliving. I mean, there probably was in other cases, but for the most part, most people didn't think that like a game would still be like that there would still be people actively playing it once the sequel came out because it was just kind of
Hmm.
assumed everyone would play the sequel, which somewhat happened with Melee. Like at first, a lot of people moved on to Brawl, but eventually, like it just doesn't have the same appeal that Melee has. So.
Hmm. I wonder because there's some games where I don't understand why they keep releasing them like Mario Kart. Like I'm like, is it that much different between versions that people will upgrade to the next one every time?
Yeah, I think it's just. I mean, I think to an extent, there's like it's just a new opportunity to make more money, and
Yeah, yeah.
people will convince themselves that something new will be exciting, so they want to get into it. But
Right.
yeah, I mean, I do think it's over time. The I think the game that's most interesting kind of ends up winning people's attention because even like I know there's a lot of I don't know too much about like the Mario Kart scene, but there's like I know there's pretty big populations of people that play each of the older games. So I think that kind of
Mhm.
all have their appeal. But I think that's
Yeah.
cool. It is interesting, like from the developer's perspective, because I don't think they think about it even as much as like people online think they do. I think they're just like putting out whatever. um, but it's interesting just kind of how the emergent like communities and systems that develop from like individual games and how they evolve over time for sure.
Yeah, and I'm wondering like if they don't in their like development of the software ask if like top players, have opinions or like, people who are prominent in the community have opinions on like kind of what they put into the game and how to make it like a differentiator and make it more interesting to help evolve. Because I don't think they're
Uh,
doing that. But maybe they are. Who knows?
some of them, like some of the more like some of the fighting games that are more focused on building the competitive, like that view kind of like the competitive scene as an integral part of the product they're making, like maybe like Street Fighter and stuff. I
Mhm.
think they do a bit more of that. I mean, Nintendo has had supposedly some like playtesters and stuff, but I feel like they're basically just focused on making a game for the 99% of the people, and then just whatever happens with the other 1%.
Yeah, with the
Because
top
the thing is,
players,
it's
it's kind
like
of like whatever.
there's gonna be like people that play it competitively, so they don't kind of like no matter what they do. And to me, I don't really think top players can. Like, I don't really think the input. I mean, obviously, there's like some things that, like maybe if there's like some really broken strategies that they don't notice, they can kind of like fix those. But I think for the most part, it's like the most interesting parts are just kind of like emergent in ways that can't be predicted. So
Hmm.
that's kind of what I like about Melee 2 is that it's just kind of it is what it is. Like they just made it without thinking about half the stuff that goes on in top level play.
Yeah, I kind of wonder like if they did consider top level play, like how much different of a game would it be, or like did it they just struggled like the first time and nailed it.
And I mean, and Nintendo has explicitly like said that they've tried to, in response to Melee, they tried to make the future games like more approachable to casuals, which never really made sense to me
Oh.
because like I loved Melee as a casual. All my friends loved Melee as a casual. I've never heard a casual say they didn't have fun playing Melee, but it is whatever.
Maybe I gotta try it then. Well, we'll see. We'll get to your strategies for my main character later. We'll see what.
For Pichu, I know you like Pichu.
Yeah. For
Yeah.
Pichu, we'll see what you have to say about maybe how I can main Pichu and do a good job. Well, but right now we're still in the theory stage because I haven't really put fingers to controllers there. So
Yeah. Well, I mean,
We'll see.
I definitely think you'd have fun regardless. Like, it's a fun game in any capacity.
yeah, I guess if my wife has dedicated this much of her time, and so many of y'all have dedicated so much of your time to this game, it's got to be fun. I would hope.
No, that's fine.
Awesome.
Just to get, I guess to add a little bit to my story too, because I worked at StarTG, which is like the bracketing company that all the tournaments run on.
Wow.
Yeah, so I lived in Seattle till like 2017, and then I moved to San Francisco to work there until like COVID, and then I moved back to Chicago.
Oh, so okay, that's how you got to Chicago.
Yeah, I was born and raised in the Chicago area, so I had kind of been wanting to be background family and stuff, and I was kind of done with working at StarTG, so it was like a good time.
That's good. I'm glad that it was your choice. I feel like that's kind of rare these days.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I guess you've played Melee in Seattle, you've played Melee now in Chicago. Where like have you played anywhere else?
So I played a little bit in San Francisco when I was living there, but I wasn't super active in the scene in like the local community. We would play at the office a decent amount. Well, not even really a decent amount, like less than you'd think, given that everyone there was like pretty into, was like for the most part it was all like Melee players. But yeah, I don't know. It was a stressful environment. But I have a lot of good memories playing there. But yeah, definitely Seattle and Chicago are my two like primary places I've played.
Yeah, that's really cool. It's so awesome that y'all overlapped, like Nicolette and you.
Yeah. Yep.
I know that now you're in the suburbs, and you're also our first suburban player that we've
Nice.
had on the interview
Yep.
docket. And so I'm curious, like, how does suburban melee differ from city melee?
I mean, honestly, it's I mean, suburban melee right now. Well, I shouldn't say because there is the bunker which I haven't gone to, which I would like to go to. But there was TriPoint for a long time was like the main suburb local, but unfortunately they had to shut down because they lost their venue also.
No.
So for right now, I mean the biggest thing is just that it's a drive to get into the city when you go to city tournaments. But
Yeah.
but yeah, I mean I would say I don't think. I mean, I get because also I was also living in the suburbs in Seattle, so just it feels kind of similar to me. Like, I don't really think there's a huge difference. Everyone just kind of like I don't know. I think everyone has different things that might make it more difficult for them to get to tournaments or whatever. So overall, it just like balances out. And once you're in the venue, everyone's equal.
That's interesting that you say that, because Nicolette has gave me notes and said that you're ranked 3rd in CLM and 98th in the world. So to see that everyone's equal is pretty wild. I'd figure that you'd probably be stomping folks in the suburbs and probably in the city as well.
Yeah, everyone's equal. Everyone gets it the same, except Grant. Yep.
Oh my god, that's hilarious. Okay. Another thing that she mentioned, Nicolette mentioned to me, was that you also run CLM stats. I don't know what that is, so if you could explain what that is, and how did you end up running it?
So it's just like it. So it keeps like a record of all the tournaments that have gone on in CLM, and like for each of our like power ranking cycles, it will do like an internal kind of like elo-esque rating to just like give people it's kind of like a leaderboard for the current power ranking, and then you can look into like everyone's head-to-heads against each other when they've played and what their records are, and just like all the tournaments they went to and stuff like that. So it's kind of condensing the StarGG, the info that's spread across a bunch of StarGG links into one place for all the CLM people. And as far as doing it, so Simpkins did it for a long time. Like it's definitely unfair for me to say that like I run it, because I've basically been running it for like 2 months, and he did it for like I don't know, probably like 5 years, and probably longer than that. That's just as long as I've been here. But and so I just like writing code. It seems like a fun project, honestly, to kind of take on, and also just I think I know it's like easy for me to work with a lot of StarGG data because I worked there, so I feel like
yeah.
It's
So is it just like API calls to StarGG and stuff like that?
Yeah. Okay. I basically I do it all, so it's like it kind of like collects all the information. Like I have a script that can collect all the data in the background, and then it just like dumps it into a single kind of file that just has all the data for the CLM people, and then
cool.
and then the website looks at that. Have
you worked on other Melee coding projects as well?
Yeah, so I run we have a leaderboard for Chicago Slippy too, like the online ranked. So it's like people can add their Slippy username, and then it will pull their like current online rating once every hour, and so we have a leaderboard that just shows where everyone's at with that. And then I have a ton. I honestly have a ton of melee projects I could go on. I just a big one that I've been like trying to that I kind of like have just recently gotten to a good point on is it was like I record and upload all my online ranked gameplay. So I have thousands of those sets uploaded to YouTube. And so I literally like just because I was doing that like 3 years ago, and then I accidentally it was like it was code that started for like not that purpose, and I just kept like repurposing it, and I never like saved it to GitHub because I didn't even know like it was like spread across multiple folders, and like there wasn't really like a good place to kind of like consolidate it, and then I accidentally deleted my hard drive, and so I lost all that code. So that I wasn't uploading for like 3 years, but like finally this week I have gotten back to where I've uploaded like all my current sets for this season, which I'm pretty happy about. And then also as a part of that, I have like made my both for like because the process of like when you play on Slippy, it will save all of your games to I mean Nicolette also does this, so but anyways, like it'll save all your games to like these .slp files, which is like include the information that Slippy can recreate the game from that information and like replay it back for you. So it just saves your replays. But the process of converting this to MP4s is like pretty annoying, and so I just like kind of have gone to a good state where my like recording tools are publicly available. And also my YouTube uploading script. I just put those up on GitHub, which I'm pretty happy about.
Nice. That's awesome. Like, so what inspires your coding projects? Because I know for Nicolette, like, she's really there to champion code for the TOs and build TO tools. And, like, that's kind of her niche. And that's what inspires her and makes her motivated. So I'm curious, like, what is it just like, hey, you've noticed, like, a need for yourself and you want to work on that and then share it with the wider community? Or how does it work for you?
Yeah, I would say, I think, I feel like a lot of times it's like, to me, it's my most natural way of like feeling like I can provide value, I guess. Cause like I'm like, you know, like you said, I am ranked in the world, and I won't give you too much information, but my character is like somewhat uncommon. And so
oh shit, I love that. Okay, great.
So I've always felt bad, and when I don't feel super confident like explaining my melee thought process or like what my ideas are necessarily all the time, and so I was like, well, something that I can do, which probably no one else as good as me can do, is I can literally like write programming to record and upload all my VODs, and it's like that way, you know, people can kind of glean whatever information they can from it, and you know, I don't have to be the one to explain to people what I'm doing. I can like
got it.
give that as a resource, and then yeah, and just like with CLM, it's like yeah, like it's the CLM stats and stuff. I obviously I have a lot of care for CLM as a community, and so I want to do whatever I can, and I just feel like that's where I can provide the most value.
That makes a lot of sense. I guess, like, to your point earlier where you're not great at describing your own like play style and things, how would your fans describe it, or how have they?
Well, people say I play the lottery. I just
play the lottery?
I just guess what people do, and I mean, I would say that's true to an extent. I think it's like I feel like I'm not gonna beat people on pure mechanics and patience. Definitely not on patience. So I kind of have to like find like unpredictable ways to guess what they're doing and make sure it counts if I'm right. That's basically how I view it. It's honestly a big thing was I was watching a lot of baseball when I started playing this character, and just kind of the mindset that baseball players have was like pretty. It was kind of like inspiring to me of just like, because that's kind of what you do when you're hitting in baseball. It's like you can't cover everything, so you just guess like one pitch that you're gonna hit, and it's like if they throw that pitch, you better hit it, and if not, you just kind of feel like, well, they got me. So that's kind of how I view a lot of stuff in Melee.
Okay. Baseball. You're giving me a lot to work with. I'm trying to think about what that could mean. It's giving kind of weapons. And I think Link has a weapon.
Link has weapons. It's not Link.
Marth has a weapon. Marth is too mainstream. If it's too popular, yeah, Marth is too popular. Roy, I really don't know anything aside from the red hair and the purple cape. Does Roy have a weapon?
I mean, he has a sword, like Marth.
Okay, but I feel like no one picks Roy. Like I feel like Roy is too. Let's see. Baseball. Yoshi kind of looks like a baseball in the face, a little.
He can also like throw things. He throws his eggs like a baseball.
Okay. So maybe a Yoshi. I'm leaning towards Yoshi, but we'll see. Okay,
I won't say anything now.
Okay. But yeah. Okay. Wait. So that's how fans would describe your style as like a lottery, which I also think is really interesting. I out of all of these characters, who's gonna get lucky? Probably Peach, or maybe Zelda.
True. Peach. If you don't, that's fine that you said Peach, because you're correct, but I don't like Peach is a character that has big random mechanics, but.
I didn't know that. That's good to know.
But when she pulls,
I'm learning.
When she pulls her turnip, she has like a very small chance of either pulling a bomb or a turnip that's like extremely powerful. And so like a lot of sets could come down to just like, oh, the Peach pulled the super overpowered turnip at the right moment.
The turnip's the powerful one, not the bomb?
Well, the bomb is also powerful, but then there's a specific turnip that's like even more powerful. Because the bomb is like somewhat risky because you could blow up yourself. Like yeah. Or even like if they close distance, you might like hit them, but then it hits you too. But then there's a super powerful turnip that's like basically as powerful as the bomb, but then you can hit them with it and then just catch it again and hit them with it.
That's wild.
Yeah. And I have a bad habit.
Yeah, go for it.
I always try to catch the Peach's turnips, and it's like when they get the super special one, I'm like, okay, now it's like in theory you'd think I'd be like, okay, this one I won't try to catch, but then it's like I try to double down. It's like, okay, now I'm really gonna try and catch this one, but it's like a bad idea.
Does sound bad. Also, what is the lore behind Peach and a turnip? Like, I would think princesses don't touch vegetables. Like, aren't out there harvesting.
From Mario Bros. 2, I think. But that's the Mario Bros. Game that it's not supposed to be a Mario game. they reskinned it from a different Japanese game because they thought the real Mario 2 would be too hard for Americans.
That's hilarious.
So it's like it's not actually Peach, and I mean all the characters can do that in that game. But I also could be wrong. I'm not an expert on Mario lore, but I'm pretty sure that's where it came from.
Okay, I want to dig into your style a little bit more because you did say lottery, but like, who inspired your style?
So it was funny that people, here I'll retweet something on my Twitter because it is funny. I mean, no one has to specifically look at this, but if anyone in the chat wants to look at this, you can check my retweets later. But so there's a Falcon player named None that is like one of my biggest inspirations, and people call him the Lottery Falcon. So I thought that was I thought it was interesting that people were able to kind of identify that similarity. But yeah, he was a big inspiration for me. Because that was another thing was I was watching him play one of his secondaries, Ganondorf, which is like a not very good character at all, and. But I really I felt like when I was watching him, and a lot of people when they watch him, they like say that he doesn't make any sense. But like to me, it's the opposite. When I watch like the top Fox players and like the top players of the best characters, it's like I don't really understand their decision making because they play the game like they do. A lot of people play the game like it's solved. Like there isn't opportunities for kind of like guessing what the other person is doing, which like has never made sense to me. But when I was watching None, I was like, yeah, he's just guessing where they're gonna go, and if he's right, he makes sure that he ends their life. And it's like if he could do this with Ganon, like if I could play like a somewhat better character and do it like half as good, I can probably get pretty good. So.
Interesting. Before we went live, we were talking a little bit about Survivor, and you were also guessing theories as to how the season was gonna go. And so is that like kind of your shtick? Like,
I mean, I love guessing, and I love being right about my guesses. It's one of my favorite pastimes.
So that's like kind of a thing that you just generally do it. Like it's more than just a play style; it's a lifestyle.
Yeah, I would say so. You got me.
Yeah. Okay. Very cool. All right. Well, Nicolette also mentioned that you're a top player. Like, how long have you been working towards your top 100 status?
I mean, since 2008, but well, probably since like 2013. I mean,
You set your sights that high?
I always had delusions that I could be good, and Nicolette knows when they were definitely delusions. But yeah, and I mean, and then really when I was working at Star GG, I would say at that point I had basically given up on kind of like myself as a competitor. I was kind of just like, I just have been beaten down too many times. But then it was really when Slippy came out. I started playing the character I play now, honestly mainly just for fun, because I was like, I'd kind of always had some interest in the character, but it's hard to play. Like when I was like pretty good back in the day, and so I never wanted to like waste people's time that were my friends and I knew who were good with playing like my kind of like novice version of this character, and so I like never did it. But then when Slippy came, I was like, wow, you just play against these random people online, and if they don't want to play me, they can just leave. And and then I got in a really like strong feedback loop of like improvement in those first couple months. I was like, whoa, I can actually be good at this game.
How much were you practicing then?
So that was like after I left Star GG, I was very burnt out on working, so I had like a little unemployed arc, so I don't even want to know.
Oh, buddy. Are we talking like hours a day?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Just the hours in a row of just queuing into ranked sets over and over again is kind of the vibe. It's kind of my vibe.
Wow. So your YouTube must just have thousands of videos.
Yeah. I have 3,000, I think. And even that's missing basically everything from the last 3 years.
Wow. And how often are you going back and rewatching these things?
I don't watch them like a ton. Well, I do. I also love watching myself play. That's what my so I do.
You crack yourself up like with your moves and stuff.
Yeah. So I do actually watch a decent amount. But not like, I don't know, kind of not like specifically. It's just like if I'm bored, I'll just kind of like pull it up and jump to a random one. But I do think I do it for other people's benefit, because I do think it helps some of the other people with my character to be able to see more.
Yeah, maybe elaborate on that a little bit more, because when I was thinking like, which character would I want to play, and I picked Pichu, Nicolette pulled up that there's like a whole Discord community for Pichu players.
Yeah.
And like, so does that exist for your character as well? And that's like where people kind of go to figure out strategies and things?
Yeah.
Okay.
And it was like pretty cool, because I was like getting pretty good, and then I would go in there and I would like see the other people talking, and I was like, I can't explain things this well. So I gotta figure out something else to do.
And that's how you got to YouTube uploading.
There's a lot of people in every character community. They're just like really smart and they're more focused on kind of like spreading knowledge and just like expanding the kind of like possibilities of the character more than specifically playing themselves. So. So just
Yeah.
because you're like good doesn't mean you're gonna be good at giving people advice, or even just like, or even knowing interesting things to say about the character.
Sure, those are very different skills. That makes a lot of
Uh-huh.
sense. Okay, so you're unemployed. You're in your unemployed arc. You're practicing a lot at home. Were you also going to tournaments at this time? Like, what did you prefer? Did you prefer that online practice because it was just like the reps, you got the reps in, or did you enjoy also going to in-person tournaments and doing that? Or do you prefer one or the other?
So at the time, I was not really going to tournaments because I was unemployed and living in the suburbs, which made it pretty difficult to get into the city because I had no car at the time.
Okay.
So yeah, so that was like a big thing with this year. I finally got a car again, and that's why I've been like I went to a ton of tournaments this year, and this year was like very reminiscent of like my Seattle years that Nicolette probably remembers when I would just like drive everyone around, which I was doing a lot of that this year. So I kind of got to like relive some of that, and I do prefer. Well, I think it's different vibes to answer your question. Sorry, I didn't really answer it, but I like them for different reasons. I honestly do think that just playing online gives me the best practice. I think tournaments can be useful for practice in their own way, because it's more like a lot of it is like practicing managing my emotions and just like my kind of mental state throughout the day leading up to the tournament, and then just like I don't know, being social with people is always a non-trivial challenge for me. So I feel like I kind of grind. I can kind of like grind out some of that at locals, and then I feel more comfortable when I'm at like bigger tournaments, because I kind of I've like practiced that skill. But I do think when I like really need to improve at the game, I do my best by just playing online. Because I can just play, I can just play for hours in a row. And I also really like, I also find when I'm playing people in person, it's like, other than like in tournament, I'm able to turn off this part of my brain, but otherwise, I'm just like I always find myself like thinking about like everything from their perspective, or like trying to think about things from their perspective, and so it's like hard for me to like actually improve. I don't know. Because I'm like I don't want to like try things because it's like, oh, I don't want to like offend them if I'm doing like these like bad strategies and they're gonna like think I'm like wasting their time or something like that. I don't know. It's like all sorts of weird stuff
You're
I
in
think
your head a
about.
little bit,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. So I really like just like playing online. I can just like it's just like more anonymous, and I'm just like I'm literally just thinking about my gameplay, and it's just yeah.
That makes a lot of sense. Speaking of online gameplay, and you've got like this handle DZ, where did that come from?
So it's like my last name. It's the first two letters of my last name, and
Oh.
yeah, and so it's like pretty much every time I say my last name, I have to like say, okay, yeah, it's D as in dog, Z as in zebra, and then the rest
Got it,
of
the
it.
rest. Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
it's
Okay,
like
that's
it's
very
just
cool.
it's just like a very repeated, and yeah, it's like it's kind of
It's
central.
very you tag.
Yeah.
Do you have an in-game tag as well?
I don't really
CLM or
use
anything?
no, yeah, I never really use the in-game tag. Let me think. I think the last time. No, yeah, I don't really use the tag too much in game.
Yeah.
I just sometimes I'll do like basketball players' initials and their number if I feel like I need to channel a basketball player.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah.
interesting. Just invoking their competitive nature.
Yeah.
That's an interesting strat. I'll have to try that with Pichu and see how I do. Who are some of the basketball players that you've channeled before?
Okay, so the one I've done been doing the most recently is Angel Reese. That's
Oh,
my
yeah.
goat. I love Angel, and because Angel is like she kind of reminds me of how I played to some extent, in that the way she plays could be viewed as like comically stupid if things aren't going poorly, which is very similar to myself as well. But she just like never lets it get to her, and also she's like, I think it's she gets like a lot of hate online, but it's funny because it's like she needs the game less than like anyone. She could easily just make her career as an influencer, but so it's like she kind of has like a passion for the game that I don't think basically like any other basketball player has. So I enjoy that about her when I and yeah, it's like when I need to when I kind of need to channel some of that passion. So her and then Jimmy Butler is probably the other biggest one that I've done. Although the Jimmy tag has never helped me. Oh my god. It's always gone poorly.
Have you kept a record?
No, I know there was one day it was like the Heat were in, it was the mid lane invitational. I mean, honestly, I didn't even do that bad at that tournament, but it was because it was also Game 7 of the Eastern Conference Finals again, where the Heat and Celtics were playing, and so Jimmy was like one of the main players in that game, and he like bricked a 3-pointer at that game to win it, and I was wearing the tag and I didn't do so good that day, and I was like, oh, might be time to retire this one.
Yeah, that's bad. That's rough.
Yeah, but Angel has pretty much never let me down.
All right. Shout out Angel Reese in the chat.
That's a goat.
It's awesome. I had like one opportunity to see her, and then she was like bench.
Oh,
I
yeah,
think she was on the injury list.
I was there.
Yeah,
that was my ticket.
I wanted to see her so bad, and then we didn't get to see her, and now she's sold to a different team, right? Like,
I know. Yeah. It's tough. Yeah.
Tough.
But she's gonna be in Chicago next week. I think we're gonna go.
Oh, really? You gotta see out.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So I mean, it's still early in the season, but they're the best team in the league right now. So all the Angel haters are having to hold it. It's pretty joyous experience for me.
Glad. Speaking of doing well, do you have any highest highs that you can recall from your illustrious Melee career so far?
Honestly, I don't really like any of my tournament performances. I have some pretty good wins, but it's like they always kind of like happen at weird times. I would say, I mean, honestly, just getting ranked and just kind of like the whole experience of that was probably the top for me.
What was that day that you like played? I guess like, yeah, paint me a picture of like that day that you
I was like positive that it's like it only goes to 100, right? And so I was 98. And so I thought they released it in like mid-January, I think. And the last tournament is the end of December. So that I really thought that I wasn't gonna get it, because I was like, I had the ballot, like I knew all the people that were on the ballot, and I was like sitting there trying to, like make my own ballot and be like, okay, how lucky do I need to get? Like, what people need to be generous? And for me, I was like not finding a way to put myself within the top 100. So I was like pretty convinced that it wasn't gonna happen. Actually, it was funny because one of my other friends crashed out on Twitter about not getting ranked, and then they were messaging me after, and they said, I wish I remembered exactly what they said, but they said something that like I felt like they wouldn't say to me unless they knew that I was gonna get ranked, and that was like the first moment that I actually thought that I had a chance. I was like, there's no way he would say that to me unless he knew for sure that like it was safe for me. I was like, oh shit, it might actually happen. But then still, even on the day of, I was like, I just remember being really nervous. And then like when it happened, people were like messaging me, and I didn't know what to say to them. That's the main thing I remember. But it was really fun. Like, I don't know. It's a long journey. Like at least over a decade of going to tournaments for sure. So it was, it was just fun then to just kind of like look back and everything. I don't know.
Do you think you've got it in you for 2026 as well?
I hope so, because I still feel like I've never, so I was in my unemployment arc for like 3 years, but I was like never able to, I mean, I went to a couple CLM tournaments, like some locals I'd maybe go like once every 2 months or something like that back in the day. But I was never able to go to like out of region stuff, and so like last year my work has been more stable, and so I started going to stuff, and so I definitely feel like my skill has taken a hit since I started working full time. But I still have like a lot of motivation to try, and because I feel like I've never really demonstrated the skill that I feel like I had a couple years ago on like a national stage or whatever you want to call it. So I do have a lot of motivation to do that. As for 2026, the start has not been strong, but all it takes is a couple good runs. So I still feel pretty good.
Do you have like a dream player that you'd love to play against, like a dream matchup for you, or?
Uh, mm, yes, but I think that would give it away. My
That would give it
character if I said it.
away?
Well, actually,
Okay.
maybe that gives it away because there's probably not. Well, I don't
Huh. It's that obvious. Now I feel dumb
know.
because
No, I just mean like
I don't
no,
know
no, no.
good matchups between anyone.
Well, it's just that like the person I said, you would know who they play, and so you'd probably be able to guess from there.
I'd be able to guess from there.
Well, just cause it's because I play the same character is kind of like the reason I think.
Oh, okay. Okay, well, that's given me a lot of faith that I would know this
No,
player.
I know you know this one.
You know, I would know this one. I know like one top player and what they play, which is Amsa and Yoshi.
That's a pretty good guess.
I guess you play Yoshi. That's
Yeah,
what
I do.
oh,
Yeah,
serious? I got it in one? Fight?
yeah.
Oh my gosh, what the heck? Wait, how did you know I would know Amsa?
I listened to the other interviews you mentioned that you know also.
Oh.
And I know you met Nicolette in Japan, so
Yeah. Oh my gosh, wow. So you like hedged your bets, you knew. That's impressive. You did your research.
I mean, like I said, I like guessing and I like being right.
Yeah. Oh my god. That's crazy. Okay, that's sick. Well, I'm so flustered. I'm like, I don't even know what to do with myself. I'm like, I can't believe I got it. That's never happened in
Well,
the
yeah,
history.
I mean, but you had it before too. You almost guessed with the baseball.
With the baseball, yeah, because Yoshi kind of he's got that baseball cheek on him and that
Yeah, yeah.
baseball looking nose. Well, I guess the
In,
nose looks like a bowling ball kind of with the
mhm,
nostrils. You just want to put your
mhm.
fingers in there. Just kidding. In a bowling ball, obviously,
Right,
not
right, right.
in Yoshi's nose.
Yes, yes.
Awesome. Well, I think that's everything that I had in terms of our questions, but maybe there's some questions in chat. Feel free, folks in chat, if you want to sound off. But in the meantime, Mitch, do you want to like plug anything?
Yeah, you should follow me on Twitter at DZ_SSBM or my Blue Sky if you want to be a real one. It's DZ-SSBM.bsky.social. I only put the bangers on Blue Sky, so if you guys aren't following my Blue Sky, you're missing out.
Perfect. All right. Question from chat. How many users of GG_seed?
Yeah, I forgot. That was like another random thing I made that helps to seed tournaments. But I have no idea, honestly. I should look into that. Honestly, I don't know if I should tell this story, but I tried to like hold that hostage because I was beefing with Start GG, and it did not. I thought that the demand for GG Seed would be higher enough that I could like use holding it hostage to get my way, but it did not work at all.
Oops. It kind of
Yeah,
backfired.
yeah. Classic Mitch moment.
You guessing you're wrong. Like that just it happens to the best of us.
Yeah, exactly. I can't win them all.
Yeah. Awesome. All right. Well, Mitch, thank you so much for coming on the Botlane Show. I really appreciate it. This has been so oh, just kidding. Wait, hold on. We've got more questions, I think, from chat. JK. 1 second.
No, yeah, you're good.
Better doomed Yuri, Wicked, or House of Dragon? Or what's the better doomed Yuri, Wicked or the House of the Dragon?
Oh, that's a good question. I mean, it's gotta be Wicked. House of the Dragon is shit. But the Doom Yuri aspect is like the most interesting part of House of the Dragon. But although Wicked, I was literally just about to tweet today that like there's just like the negative energy surrounding Wicked Part Two, and just the way that because like after when Wicked Part One came out, Wicked energy was like peak, and it was like everyone was just so happy, and now there's just like all this negativity about the second movie and the cast and all. And the cast has a bunch of negativity, and it's depressing, but I still love Wicked. That's the goat.
Do you watch a lot of Doomed Yuri? Is this like a thing for you, or
Not intentionally, but it
just comes up?
Yeah, it just comes up.
Got it. Okay. I think that is the last
That question is a real one.
That was Nicolette.
Oh, okay. Yeah, she's a real one.
She loves Wicked, and I think I made her watch House of the Dragon.
Nice. Okay. Yeah.
Because I'm a fantasy freak, so
Yeah.
I'm like,
Well,
and
so
she
do you like do you because I literally wait, so tell me about are you still watching House of the Dragon?
Is it still on?
Yeah, it's like, well, I mean, I think season 3 or season 4 is coming out soon, or season 3. But
Next season comes out in June.
Did you read Fire and Blood, what it's based on?
No.
Okay, so I read Fire and Blood, and I was really into season 1, and then season 2, the Blood and Cheese. It's like the I don't want to spoil. I don't know. I don't want to spoil anything, but the climax of the first episode with these like assassins, it was just like so butchered from the book.
No.
And it's like I was like I already did this with Game of Thrones, where I was like I put aside some minor quibbles to like be like, yeah, this is fun, and then it ended up not being worth it. I was like, I ejected from House of the Dragon at that moment, so I haven't watched any House of the Dragon since season 2, episode 2.
Oh wow,
But
really?
it is still fun. Like, it's a fun story, so I do think it's worth watching. But it just made me so mad. It's fun because George like cut ties with the show after that too. George R. R. Martin, he was like so mad about it. He did like a really unprofessional blog post where he called out Ryan Condon. It was really funny. The showrunner.
Wait, I missed all of this. That's hilarious.
I'll send the blog post to you after.
That's crazy. Okay, yeah, next season comes out really soon, June 21st. So
this season I think will be good because it's gonna really start to get to some of the good stuff. But
it looks like they have a lot of different writers. I'm just on the Wikipedia page, but it looks like they have a lot of different writers than they had last season.
Okay. Right,
the first episode's still written by Ryan Condal, which Condal, I guess, yeah. Is that the person that George R. R. Martin beat out?
Yeah.
Oops. Well, we'll see.
I liked what he did. I don't know. I don't want to get into it. Season one, I was pretty willing to give him the benefit of the doubt, but I don't know. I cannot defend some of the decisions he made in early season 2.
Do you read a lot of fantasy?
I would say like I was like pretty big into sci-fi fantasy when I was like in high school and college, and so like stuff from that era, like Game of Thrones and then like Dune. I was a big Dune head.
Yeah.
But I don't read much anymore, unfortunately. I'm quite lazy, and
no, that's
just play Melee instead.
Yeah. Well, you could always audiobook in Melee. I don't know how much.
True. No, I actually should do that. Instead I just watch the most degenerate shit on YouTube.
Which is?
I usually just watch people reacting to stuff that I already like. So like I watch people watching Wicked or something.
Oh. I see.
But I haven't been able to do that with Wicked. Actually, it's like I was watching so many Wicked Part 1 reactions. I would watch like 3 a day for like the 2 months leading up to Wicked 2. It was like, I don't know what was wrong with me. It was like all I could consume. And I haven't watched a single one for Wicked Part 2, and I haven't watched like any Wicked content since then. depressing.
Is part of it just like the comfort of knowing like the IP and like knowing the media and then just seeing other people like enjoy it as well, or?
Yeah, and I think I also have this like thing where it's like I can't enjoy anything because it's like I feel like I have to be. It's like, oh, I really wanna enjoy this thing, so I have to wait until I'm in like the perfect situation to enjoy it, which obviously never happens. It's like, oh, I might be like distracted or something or thinking about something else. But these, it's like I feel comfortable putting it on because it's like, well, if I miss something, it doesn't matter because I already know what happens.
I see. We've got West Tunes also saying I feel that.
Yeah. I cause and it's like I like cause I'll do it. I put them on at like work and stuff. It like helps me just like I feel like I need to have some noise in the background or else I can't do anything. So it just helps soothe the ADHD.
Yeah. We all have our strategies.
Right, yeah.
Awesome. Well, thanks again for coming on the show. This has been really great talking with you. It's nice to talk to you again and see you. Well, I guess we didn't see each other, but you know.
Yeah. No, yeah, it was good talking to you.
Yeah, likewise. Awesome. So, yeah, we'll have hopefully commentary shortly in a minute or two if Nicolette can pull that together, and then y'all can enjoy the set commentary. Thanks, everyone. Oh, just kidding. She doesn't have comms, so just enjoy the visuals.
Hell yeah.
Unless you want me to commentate. No, I'm kidding. I do see the radish that you were mentioning earlier, though, Mitch. There's a peach on screen.
Yeah, those are scary.
Wait, but why they all have smiles on them? Is that like
no,
a regular?
So one of them has, it's called like a Stitch face because what I can't even picture what it looks like now. The eyes have like cross stitch X's, I
like
guess.
An X? Okay.
Yeah, I think. Let's see what it looks like.
We do have a mute. That was it? Oh shit, I missed it. Oh.
Oh no,
it's the
mouth.
Like,
yeah, it's
like
the mouth that has the stitches, and then the eyes are just like 2 lines.
Got it. Okay. Against a Mewtwo player. I didn't know we had a Mewtwo player. We got some Pokemon fans in the house.
Yep, Mewtwo's also there.
Fast hands.
He's good. He's been taking names lately.
Oh yeah. Now we're how hard could set commentary be? Now Mitch and I are doing it.
Hey, I mean, if you want to do it, I'm down.
Mitch, teach me the game. Teach me these strategies.
Okay, let me. I'll just tune into the stream.
Yeah, just pull up the stream. Just make sure you mute the site so you don't.
Yeah.
Well, I guess there's nothing that'll be like hearing us again. Oh, go to our voice call. I'm going to the voice call. Hold on.
Okay.
Okay, and now we can watch together in the voice call.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna leave this call and then I'll join the other one.
No, stay in the voice call. Nicolette's
presenting.
presenting.
I see. Okay, yeah.
Okay.
I thought you meant in Ceylon. Okay, yeah.
Okay.
I'm watching now. Okay.
So what are we seeing? Why is Mewtwo green?
This matchup is there's a Mewtwo. They were like super lazy with the costumes. You know, like Peach, she has like a different dress and like.
Yeah, Peach is purple.
Yeah, but Mewtwo, they were just like, okay, we'll just put like a low opacity color on top of regular Mewtwo for each different color.
Lazy. Okay. All right. So is this a good matchup for Peach?
I honestly, probably not too many people know much about this matchup. I do not know much about this matchup, but I can only assume it's quite good for Peach, because Mewtwo is he's okay, but he's not a very good character for sure. And Peach is really good at just making the bad characters' lives miserable, because she's just kind of like a tank, and she has a lot of fast moves, so she can like react to things. Yeah, Peach is a hard one for me because yeah, I always try and like guess what they're gonna do, and then I'll like guess and get to the right spot, but then their moves are so fast, and it's like, oh, even though I was right, they just still hit me. They still got there first and hit me.
So I just saw Peach threw a bunch of radishes or turnips or whatever the fuck up in the air. Was she trying to cycle till she could get the special spicy radish?
Yep. That's what they do between stocks. I wasn't paying attention. I mean, I was like half looking, but I wasn't super paying attention. But there's like a special strategy they can do to like farm them super fast. But it's somewhat hard.
Oh, is that what we're seeing from Ferocity?
I'll check the next between stocks. I'm pretty sure he does. He does. It's called knitting, which is funny because
Knitting. I love knitting.
Because you're looking for the stitch. So,
Oh, the stitch radish. Wait.
Yeah.
I'm about to be persuaded to switch over.
Yeah, I mean Peach would be is like a fun character to learn because she has some like somewhat like not like easy but
wait, who was that? She just threw someone from like Earthbound or Mother.
Exactly. Yeah. So she can pull the bomb or Mr. Saturn, and she can also pull a beam sword. Mr. Saturn's not like that good. Its special property is that it breaks shields, but if you just let it hit you, it like doesn't do anything. But it can be annoying. And then it's just like when you just see him walking around, you just want to like pick him up. So
and the shield is the bubble thing, right?
Yeah. So if Mr. Saturn hits the bubble, it will just like pop. It doesn't necessarily, but if it has any damage, pretty much it will pop, and then they just like get stuck in a stun animation for a couple seconds.
How come Mewtwo just disappeared for a second?
That's his recovery move, and also he has every character has a dodge in the air, which most of them have like the same looking animation, but Mewtwo's he just like disappears because he's using his psychic powers. And also their recovery move, that. But yeah, this match was kind of going so much quickly because I would have expected because both this matchup is I would expect it to be kind of drawn out, and also Fast Hands is always down. Despite his name, he's always down to slow down the pace, but he's not really doing that here. Maybe because he kind of is behind here, so he's got to make a comeback, so you can't really force the slow pace. Yeah,
who would you rather face, a Mewtwo or a Peach?
I think Yoshi does very horrifying things to Mewtwo, so I always like playing Mewtwo.
Oh, does it come up often, or like is it pretty rare to find a Mewtwo?
Yeah, it's pretty rare. But
okay.
Fortunately, yeah, I'm glad Fast Hand's here because I get to play it sometimes. Peach is, yeah, I do kind of, I don't know, I go back and forth. I like Peach sometimes, like playing the Peach matchup, but it is always scary. But I had some pretty good Peach wins last year. So we take
against
this.
who?
I beat I beat Coffee once. He's ranked quite a bit higher than me. I forget what it is. Maybe in like the 60s or something. I don't know. But he also beat me like 4 times, I think, and they were all really bad. So I don't even know why that matters that I beat him once. But there was a lot of other kind of like fringe, on the borderline ranked Peaches I beat throughout the year, which I think kind of helped solidify my case, I guess. So I was pretty proud of keeping it together for this, especially because like in the last, I like most of my top 100 candidacy I think came from like the beginning of the year, when I was closer to the unemployed era. But I was really proud of myself for getting a couple like like just kind of keeping it together at the end of the year and not fully falling apart. So I got some solid wins.
What's the one with the weird eyeballs on the turnip?
Yeah, there's like a lot of variations. They have like minor percent differences, but pretty much the only one that matters is the stitch. Or there's the one that's just it's dot eyes. It's called. I forget what its face looks like, but you'll know when you see it. It just has like 2 single dots for the eyes. It's also pretty strong. It's like halfway between a regular turnip and stitch, I think, or something like that. I'll see. I'll mention if it comes up.
How do you know all about like different characters things? Like, is that just like you preparing for those different matchups? Like, you kind of need to know some of their strategies and things like that, period? Or
yeah, I do think that's probably one of my strengths as a player, is just because I've always been just kind of, I think it's just from my like programming background, I just have kind of always been interested in learning like everything about the game. From like back in 2008 when I was on Smash Boards, I was always reading like the threads of like the big labbers and like grinders and stuff. So I find it interesting, and then I also think because I play a lot of online, like a lot of the mid tiers and low tiers are kind of relegated to online because no one wants to play them. So I play them all the time, and like I know all their tricks.
Got it. This background is so distracting.
I know, I hate it. It gets even worse too. There's a part where it just like turns completely white and you can't see, and it like shakes.
Jesus.
Again, they were
Who
not
made
thinking
this
about
fucking
they
game?
were not thinking about people playing this like at high stakes when they were doing that stuff for sure.
Why in this tournament isn't this banned?
I mean, well, there's so few stages in the game that are like remotely like this. This is about as good as it gets in terms of not being insane. we could. There are people that like want to ban the stage, but it just has so much momentum because it's been around for so long at this point.
Yeah, this is jarring.
But yeah, this is a tough matchup for me too.
Come on, fast hands.
But this is winners finals, so he's made it pretty far, and he'll have more chances.
Did you have to see fast hands in your run for winning bot lane? Because you're our first interviewee who's won bot lane.
I don't think I've played fast hands at bot lane. No, I have not. No. But yeah, I've also won the most bot lanes of anyone, just in case anyone's wondering.
Oh, how many bot lanes have you won?
I won 3. I only lost. I only lost
already?
I only lost one time when I entered. I think. Yeah.
Who'd you lose to?
I also to Raymond. He always beats me.
What do you need to get better at that matchup? What does Raymond play?
He plays Fox. I just need to get good. He's good. He's too good.
Does he have some special move that you always mess up or something?
He does do like he has certain. I feel like it's funny playing. Because that's like another thing that I don't know if I guess other people do, but it's like when you play, it's interesting playing people because it's like everyone has different like attributes, you know, like they have different things that like even players that like aren't good will like have certain things that they do that like I've never seen another person do as well or something like that. But like so, yeah, Raymond he's really good at acting out of that bubble, the shield, and so a lot of times I just kind of rely on overwhelming people in that situation. And he's very good at just like playing it patiently and then finding his moment and getting a big opening out of it. So I don't know. I gotta figure something out. And then we
have
got
Samus over there.
yeah. I don't even is Trail is playing Samus. Interesting. I didn't even know Trail played Samus. I've never seen them play Samus. But these two, yeah, Notch usually plays Falco. So I'm curious how they got to this point. Let me see. I'm gonna look at the bracket. Oh, they're doing random. Nicolette said. I see. Yeah. They're just playing random characters each game. That's crazy that this is like a pretty high tier matchup to get for both players picking random. Normally you'd get something like Pichu versus Nuts or something. Yeah. So what's your affiliate? What's your attachment to Pichu? Why do you want to play Pichu?
I've just never seen anyone play Pichu, and it's also really cute, and I like Pokemon. I play Pokemon Pocket a lot, basically every day, just gripping and ripping packs, because that's fun.
Nice.
And without having to spend money on the game, because I'm trying to get into Magic the Gathering, maybe, but I'm only playing Arena right now, so that's like free online, so... we'll see if I get into I don't know, gripping and ripping with Magic. And Magic's expensive, so I'm just playing free casual stuff. But yeah, so that's kind of like my affiliation with Pichu. I've never seen anyone play it. I think Pokemon's pretty cool. It would just be fun.
I'm a Pokemon enjoyer too. That's probably Pokemon's like the only other game I play nowadays. I play a lot of like the online simulator on Pokemon Showdown.
Oh, is that like the TCG part? Or
No, it's like playing. It's basically like playing like Wi-Fi on the actual released games, but there's just like an online emulator essentially. But it's not emulating the full game. It's just emulating the battle mechanics. So you can, so you don't have to you don't have to like play the whole game to like catch all the Pokemon for like the team you want to use. You just like open up the team builder and you can give them, whatever. Because they have like somewhat random stats, so you can just like get the best ones and get them whatever moves are legal.
But
it's pretty fun because then you can just like isolate it down to the actual like strategy.
For a while there, Gar, I don't know if you know Gar, if you're
yeah, I know.
Okay,
Gar.
okay.
Yeah.
So Gar was helping me with Pokemon and doing like the battling and stuff and trying to figure out, because there was this one point in Twitch, like during the pandemic or like early pandemic, where there was this thing where you could collect Pokemon in Twitch chat. Like every 15 minutes it would spawn globally for like all enrolled channels.
Yeah.
Wait, did you play this?
No.
Okay.
No, I do remember it when it was happening.
Okay, so for those of you, Pokemon Community Game is what it was called. Thank you, Nicolette. And so yeah, Pokemon would spawn in the chat every 15 minutes. You collect them, you'd fill out your Pokedex, and then they'd have like these events where you could battle. And I was because I don't remember, I didn't even remember like which one's most effective against which type and stuff like that. So Gar was like over my shoulder coaching me, being like, oh, use this move. And like we would get pretty far. We would do, like I wouldn't lose as long as Gar was with me. And then Gar got really into it, and he was like ranked.
Yeah, that's how you put it.
So that was pretty fun.
Pokemon is Pokemon is kind of just like a big knowledge check game. I think that's why I like it. I just abuse all my 20 years of accumulated knowledge.
I wish it stuck with me, but it hasn't.
No, yeah, it's weird.
All right, one question, since we're kind of looking at a black screen. What does gold LQF mean?
Okay, so the gold stands for the gold bracket. I don't know if there were even
winners.
Essentially they you can lose, like if you lose you can lose in pools and still be in like losers bracket of the pools, but then if you lose in losers bracket of your pool, then you'd go to silver bracket. But so you can make it into gold bracket in losers, which is what the L in LQF stands for. So that's losers quarterfinals of gold bracket.
Okay.
Which is it's like it's for 5th place essentially.
Got it. Okay. Why is there no set?
I think they just they're picking the next stage, and the next characters. So they were doing the random. But I think
it's frozen. It's frozen. And we've got Smear My Pants 67. What?
I don't know.
Who is this from CLM?
That's Notch.
Oh. How can you tell?
Well, I know it's the same. I'm pretty sure it's the same, unless the set ended. But I think it was game 5 of that set, and it would make sense if they were just picking random.
Okay.
Yeah, and I know G-Town Tom. That's the tag Trail always uses, which I don't really understand. I should ask Trail about that sometime, because G-Town Tom is like a guy. So I don't know
real person?
Like, well, it's just like that's someone else's tag. So I don't know why Trail always uses it. Okay.
Maybe to invoke like the Angel Reese of G-Town.
You gotta channel that energy.
Yeah, you gotta channel against Smear My Pants.
Yeah, because a lot of times I would play them online. And I was like, I thought this guy was like more of a TO. I didn't know he was so good, like G-Town Tom. And then I was like, oh, that's Trail. That makes sense.
Little bamboozle for you. Okay, so we've got. Wait, is that a Roy or is that just a red Marth?
So they're picking random characters. So that's like about the only way you get a Roy.
Oh my gosh! So there's a chance we could have a Pichu matchup.
True, yeah. But yeah, you can see Roy. He has the fire sword, infamously.
Smear my pants if you're listening. You gotta go Pichu. I want to see someone Pichu up in this.
I'll give you a Pichu game next time I enter.
Okay,
Which will
sick.
probably be next week.
Great. I will be so excited to see it because I don't think I've ever seen Pichu play.
It could go poorly. My Pichu, like even my Pikachu is pretty bad, so
Yeah.
not gonna be very good.
But you can, even if you lose early, you can still like get back up, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Because I know
Pichu's,
these are now
Pichu's pretty good
like.
in Ultimate.
Oh really?
Mhm. Pichu was like a top tier at Ultimate at the beginning. I don't know if they've
That's
like
still the case.
they've done a ton of patches. I don't know, but I'm pretty sure he's still like respectable.
Oh, so they actively patch Ultimate?
Uh huh.
Did they ever patch Melee?
So there's a couple different releases. Like basically the European version is different, and then there's like 3 versions that came out. I don't know. I don't actually know like the timeline on these. If like 1.0 was the Japan release, and then 1.2 was like USA or something like that. But there was like a couple different versions at the very beginning with minor changes, and then like the European one is actually like a decent amount different, but no one plays on it anymore. That's actually, I could go on a huge rant about that because I wish we played the European version, which is like you could think of it as like the definitive release of the game. It's the final release of the game, but especially back in like the aughts when these decisions were made, there was a lot of American exceptionalism had not gone out of style as much as it has now. So people were just like, no, we're gonna play the American game because fuck Europeans. Which, yeah, I hate because I would be so
Yoshi
good.
a lot better in European?
Yeah. Yoshi's better, and like all the characters I hate are worse.
That's funny.
Hey, chill.
So you have played the European version?
Yeah. You can still like play it on Slippy, I'm pretty sure. If you,
Does anyone queue for that?
But no one does. I think you have to. It's only like direct. Probably you can play it.
You have to.
There's not like
gentleman's handshake that you're gonna both play European.
Yeah.
I see. Wow. So what's good about Roy? Anything? I guess Roy just won.
Yeah, he has some. He has like his. So basically the main the thing that they tried to do when they were making Marth and Roy is that Marth, his sword is strong at the tipper at the end, and Roy's sword is strongest at like the base or the middle, which is like it's like yeah, obviously you want it to be stronger like the further away you can be from someone that's like obviously better. So they didn't really like think that one through, but. Like if you get those meaty inside hits with Roy, he can be pretty good. And he's still like has a lot of aspects of Marth. Like he's fast on the ground, and he actually falls faster than Marth, which is it's a problem in some cases. Like they're playing again. I don't know. But
isn't it best of 5? Aren't they done?
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, maybe they're just playing for goops while they wait for the next person. But yeah, so when Roy gets off stage, he like falls like a rock, which is bad. But on stage, sometimes it can be it's better to fall faster because you can kind of like switch up your movement quicker. So he has some decent things, but yeah, he's not very good. Zane, the best player in the world that plays Marth, he has like a pretty good Roy that he'll pull out, and he's able to beat like pretty good players with. So he would beat me with Roy for sure.
That's impressive. I did. We watched Zane play Pichu a little bit.
Oh no! Oh yeah, because he was doing like a thing for a while there where he was getting Grandmaster on Slippy with every character. So yeah. I
Have
don't
you
think I
gotten
watched.
Grandmaster?
Oh yeah. But only with Yoshi. Yeah. I was like, oh, I just revealed it, but we
Yeah,
already said
we're good. We're past that.
it.
But you're good. You did a good job of not revealing.
Thank you. I was once worried because I don't know if you looked at the Discord, but like my avatar is just a big Yoshi picture
Oh, is it?
on Discord. Yeah.
No, but it's different colors.
True. Yeah. No, yeah. Actually, someone else I've known for a long time didn't even realize it was Yoshi, and I was like, how did you not know that?
Yeah, because that
Like, I
doesn't have
talked
the
to
same
them.
angle.
Yeah.
It doesn't have the
It was-
same bowling ball nose. So I was
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
oh, maybe Mitch is just into like black dinosaurs. Maybe that's what gets him going. I don't know.
Yeah. I wish they had Black Yoshi in Melee. I would play that for sure. Black or like they don't have black or purple Yoshi. Those would be like my top 2 Yoshi colors.
What color Yoshi do you actually play?
So I play green.
Oh, okay.
I
Does
that
Amsa
was,
also play green or
Amsa
blue?
plays red. Amsa plays
Red?
red.
Oh.
Yeah. So I yeah, that's the one that like if I just play that, it just like looks wrong. It's like I can't be playing. I can't reach Amsa's level. So
So was Amsa your dream matchup because you'd want to play them?
yeah. I would love to play Amsa. Yeah. Could you make a Gecko code that turns Yoshi different colors? Well, so I did is part of my my rank or my Slippy recorder. You can pass a command line argument that will switch the color of for whichever player you want, and so I do use that to apply a special purple Yoshi skin I made for all my ranked recordings that I'm uploading.
Who's Washdog? Oh, Nobi.
Washdog is Nobi, yeah. Nobi's got I don't know who they are, but I've only played them in bot lane, but hopefully they go to some tournaments because yeah, they're quite good.
Do they main Fox or are we still like?
No, yeah, I think that. Well, actually, I don't know what because I think Notch. I know Notch usually plays Falco, but a lot of Falco players will also play Fox. So I don't know if he's just doing that for now or if he's still on the random. I would assume he's just playing Fox because he wants to. But yeah, Nobi plays Fox for sure. Oh, I see. If you did in Gecko code, yeah, that's one coding area I've never looked into. Is figuring out how to do Gecko codes and stuff. Oh, nice.
Oh.
Sub notch.
Still rando. Okay. Did everyone just agree to do rando,
I guess.
or is Notch just doing Notch?
Well, I think so it probably a decent amount of people. It's fun to do something like that in like a in that play event. Because it's like yeah, no, it's always weird in Melee because it's like there's a lot of times I want to play a different character, but then it's like you start competing and it's like, oh god, but I can't let this person win. So it's kind of nice and that plays a bit more like chill vibes. So it's fun to kind of mess around
we gotta
sometimes.
do an all Pichu tournament where everyone just does it and tries.
We should do that for the last bot lane.
That'd be so cool.
As a reward for you. Yeah.
Yes, as a tribute for.
Yeah.
So I can and then I have to commentate the whole thing and just be like, what are we watching? Someone has to like tell me what's going on.
Yeah.
That'd be really funny. How does doubles work?
In terms of like how does it work setting it up, or how does like the gameplay function look? Or
How does the
function?
gameplay look? Yeah, is it very different? Do
It's
people
like-
do net play doubles? Is that pretty crazy with so many connections?
It can be annoying, but there's definitely like a dedicated group that's very passionate about doing it. Doubles it's pretty different because yeah, singles, despite what I said about it not being like completely set plays and there's like a lot of room for prediction and stuff, there is a lot of like set play aspect to singles of just like scenarios that are pretty well kind of trodden, and then you're just kind of picking the mix-ups within that. Whereas
Mhm.
like doubles is a lot more of just kind of like relying on your instincts, because yeah, any situation that drags on more than like a second is just going to get interrupted by the partner. And then in doubles, so doubles is played with team attack on, or I don't know if it's off or on. I don't know what the word actually means, but it's the case where you can hit your opponent. So that makes it interesting too, because or I'm
Wait,
sorry,
your
you can hit
partner?
your partner. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I was like, hopefully,
I
yeah.
hope you can hit your opponent. Yeah. But no, yeah. So you can hit your partner, which I think increases the strategy skill ceiling for sure, because you both have to be coordinated enough to not hit each other, but then there's also like opportunities where you can hit someone to like save them when they're recovering, like hit them higher and then they have another chance to recover or something like that. Or just sometimes it's beneficial to just kind of like throw in a big hitbox, and if your partner is in a combo situation, you just throw out a big hitbox and hit everyone just so that it resets everything. But yeah, I do think doubles is a lot more of like relying on your intuition and stuff.
Yeah, I was thinking it'd be fun to do a tournament where basically every melee person has to bring a a person that doesn't play melee, and then we just see how it goes. I think it's probably still because like I feel like that'd be a really nice intro to melee if I was gonna play, because then I could play with Nicolette, and
That would
then
be super fun.
yeah, it'd be cute. It'd be a cute moment.
Yeah. I feel like there's been. I definitely feel like there was like an effort to do that with like some top player streamers at some point, but I don't think anything ever. Like they were gonna like train a casual for like a week or something, or like a streamer that like doesn't play melee.
Right.
And then do like a double tournament. I feel like I've heard that before, but I can't think of an example of it happening.
That would be cool. Yeah, because it's just like there's so much that's like I can't watch this game and be like, oh yeah, now I know how to play. Like there's nothing about this game that like teaches you that kind of thing. You really do need to have like a person coaching you, or like I mean I guess I could figure out some basic things like combos or something from just like pressing buttons, but strategies and stuff like that, that's all like deep within message boards and discords and whatnot, I imagine. So
yeah.
Not just fun on Falcon.
On Battlefield, you mean?
On
as Falcon notches really
as
messed
Falcon.
them
I
up.
placed it on Falcon. Yeah. That was crazy. He's still out randoming. Yeah.
Why is there only one stream right now? Like where's gold losers finals and stuff?
So we're in the path where there's only one match left, because then losers finals will play the winner of this, and then grand finals will be the winner of that.
Okay.
And
so there's only 2 more games? Or there's only 2 more matchups?
Yeah. After this one, there'll be 2 more sets.
Wow. Look at us
Wait,
commentating.
you
need me dinner though. You need to
I'm chilling.
go.
I'm chilling. I was gonna say if you I don't want to make you watch melee. This is like my daily routine, so it's fine for me. But if you want to leave at any point, feel free.
Donkey Kong Blue is like giving me disease. I don't know. It's like it's not. I'm not okay with this.
Some of the colors like do look like really strange.
I do like the purple tie though. That's good. That can stay. I should hope. It's like his only scratch of clothing. So
yeah.
Why is he so much bigger?
Oh, poor DK. Yeah. Blue DK is the best, you think so?
Blue DK is the best?
Honestly, the DK colors are kind of rough. Now that I think about it.
I'm gonna Google them. I want to Google all the DK colors.
Yeah, just do DK melee colors and you should find it.
Okay, green DK is horrendous.
Yeah, green. I was gonna say that's what I was thinking of. Green DK is really bad. I guess the black one and the red one, but the red one basically just looks like the brown one.
Yeah, there's not much difference between the red and the black, but blue's kind of strange. I guess I like the purple tie. That's like the biggest swing that they did.
Uh-huh.
So I have to give it to blue DK for that, but green DK needs to go.
Do you guys probably colors so you know he's poisonous? Classic game indication. So did you like never play any Smash games when you were growing up?
No, I played what?
Wait,
was
you
that?
play that what's that social strategy game you play?
Oh,
Yeah,
Blood on the Clock Tower?
Yeah. Because you go to tournaments for that, right?
Yeah,
I
well, I
know
don't go to tournaments, but I did, not to brag, but
yeah, I
I did
remember you popped
win
off.
last weekend.
Oh wait, what? I remember there was one time when me and Nicola were at a tournament and you were like popping off. It was like multiple days, I think.
Yeah,
So
so I do play it throughout the city because there's a whole Discord for it for Chicagoland, like Blood on the Clock Tower, and they do it throughout the city, and so I go to like a couple of those events. There was one over in like Snakes and Lattes. I don't know if you're familiar with that board game cafe, but
Nah. But,
it's on Milwaukee, and I went this past weekend and I won my first game, lost my second game, but I was very proud because I was the starting, like, I don't know if you're familiar with Blood on the Clock Tower.
I'm not, unfortunately.
Okay, so there's a good team and an evil team, and I was part of the evil team, and I was also like the head of the evil team as the demon, which is what that role is called. Like, yeah, and so I won the game without having to like use my backup strategy of like passing the demon power to a different person, and yeah, it was good. It was a good win.
Yeah. Nice, that's awesome.
So yeah, that's like one of my things that I'm into.
Do you like how often do you do like a tournament or something, or like a meetup for that? Would you say?
I would go to meetups probably like once a month-ish. I could go more often because there are more opportunities to play. It's just like I've got other things going on. Because like mostly I'm playing tabletop role-playing games like D&D, but not. There's like a lot of other like independent games like that, and so like that's what I'm playing most of the weeks. Like ideally I'm playing that like 3 or 4 times a week.
Nice. Okay.
For like 3 to 4 hours at a time. So different games every time, but yeah, I like to play that. And then that always like comes higher priority than Blood on the Clock Tower. So yeah, that's why I only end up going like once a month.
Nice. Yeah. You just like you like the kind of like community aspect more than competing. Of like the other RPG games, or just the creative aspect, I guess probably.
Yeah, I think it's definitely the creative aspect. Getting to like be silly and just like make your friends laugh. In like in a way is really fun. And just coming up with like ridiculous scenarios. So like one of the times we played, you would have probably loved this because it wasn't like quite Survivor, but we were playing this game where all of us were contestants on like a reality TV show, and probably Ober would have been into this too. And so I was playing this guy. He's like a very suave kind of silver fox that had come onto the island in Paradise that we were at, and it was trying to like woo people, but was secretly, we had all picked at the very beginning, we had like drawn tokens to see who of us was a secret gay, and so I was a secret gay on the show. It was very fun.
Yeah, it sounds super fun.
So yeah, it's kind of the shenanigans that I get into. Just role playing as a silver fox older man, secret gay. So yeah, I was watching the previous set and I liked how Peach. I think it was Peach looked like in a wedding dress, a white Peach.
Yeah, there's white Peach, wedding dress Peach. Yeah, there was a famous old school doubles team that well, I guess you can't use white Peach and white Marth in teams, but they would play white Peach and white Marth in singles, and so they would call themselves the Newlyweds.
Oh wait, I love that. Yeah, I'm curious, like, have there ever been like really famous doubles players?
There have been players that were like more known for their doubles accomplishments. Yeah. And then I would say, Android is probably the best example. I don't know if you've heard of Armada. He was Zane before Zane. back in the day, and he played Peach. But yeah, his brother Android was like never a super serious singles competitor, but they were like the best doubles team in the world for a while. Doubles was like it was a bigger deal before Slippy, before like the kind of online revolution, because it is a lot. It is like harder to get people together for doubles on Slippy. And back in the day, it was like you would go, you would just get like, 15 people at a house and be playing Melee. And so then a lot of times it was just doubles was just the most efficient way to get, everyone
on
playing
controllers,
playing as much as possible. So people would play a lot more doubles back then, and it was kind of more of a big deal at tournaments. So yeah, back then there was like more kind of well-known doubles teams, but it's not so much anymore.
I'm picturing like sports anime where there's like a team of doubles and they're just like so good and they're calling plays and stuff, and like maybe they're like friends to lovers or something.
Yeah. Dude, honestly, I don't know if there's been a friends to lovers Melee's team. There should be. I'm sure there has, but not at a super high level. But that would be hilarious. Or that would just be a great story.
They put
SFAT and Pew Pew we need that friends to lovers story for sure.
Are these famous players?
Yeah, they were like, so there was like those two and Android and Armada were like the two doubles grand finals every time, and PBU and SFAT were both pretty accomplished singles players in their own right, but they weren't like in grand finals at majors and singles, but they would be in doubles.
Maybe they go to the tournament, the hotel only has like one room left, and it's like one big bed. They're screwed.
Oh, wait, Nicholas saying they did put SFAT and PBU in? I thought it was if I had a summit.
Oh, is that real?
I think I can picture that.
That wasn't just headcanon?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they did summits good. I remember that now.
What was
okay?
Summit?
So yeah, here we got. Okay, so this is two people playing their mains. This is an interesting one. Did they play already in this tournament? Let me see.
Fast and Nobi.
Yeah. No, they did not play each other. So it's probably their first time playing, I would think. And it's always hard playing a Mewtwo for the first time, because most people don't have experience with someone at fast hand skill. There's basically maybe like 2 people in the world that are as good as fast hands at Mewtwo.
Are you serious? There's
probably, honestly. I mean,
wow.
I mean, like probably like Zane or something. Like his Mewtwo would probably be better. But in terms of like people that seriously play Mewtwo, there's even then I mean, Fasthand's probably the best active Mewtwo player right now, I would guess.
Wow.
Yeah.
CLM's so lucky to have such a diverse scene.
Oh, did you see what he just did? He just pulled him through the floor.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that's a classic. That'll get people with Mewtwo the first time and several times after.
And Nicolette gasped. I don't know if that caught on the mic.
I did not hear it, but yeah.
Fox is the better
character
of the two, right? Yeah.
Oh yeah, I just pulled him down again. Oh, I just died for it.
Didn't work. Is that the main gimmick from U2?
The thing is, it only works on this stage because the ground is so, like, you can see the ground on the right side is, most of the other stages have like a thicker bottom platform, so they just screwed up a bounce check with that move. It's able to just pull you through very thin floors, which this is the only legal stage that has them. But yeah, it's probably his main gimmick. I mean, other than that, Mewtwo has. I mean, one of the good things about Mewtwo is that that teleport thing is like really good recovery. It's basically like impossible to finish him off once you get him off stage. You have to kind of kill him outright. But so yeah, Fast Hands won that game. Wait, they started on FD. That's interesting. Like as you pointed out, that stage is insane, and so usually it's the first stage is picked where each person like eliminates stages they don't want to play on until there's only one left. So like almost always that stage will get eliminated by someone. But
Do you think Nobi didn't know that like Mewtwo can do that special thing on that?
Oh no, I'm
stage?
sorry. I'm sorry. No, I'm sorry. I don't know what I was thinking. They started on Battlefield. I don't know why I said FD. That is a standard stage to start on. He probably knows, but the thing is, it's like everyone knows that, but he's probably never experienced it happening to him, or at least probably not in like a year or something like that. So there's a difference between knowing it can happen and then it happening to you when you don't want to lose. But yeah, this makes sense for the Fox because this stage has like a low ceiling, and a lot of Fox's best ways of killing are off the top, so gives him a good advantage. And Mewtwo, one of the things that's really bad about Mewtwo is you can see how his tail is like huge and dangles behind him. So it has a hurt box on it, so you can attack Mewtwo by hitting his tail, which is pretty unfortunate because yeah, like you'll hit moves that are like from so far away that seem like they should have no business hitting because they hit his tail.
So it's kind of the opposite of Pichu, because Pichu's
exactly yeah. That is one of the benefits of Pichu. It's like his only benefit in Melee is that it can be hard to hit.
So why was Mewtwo creating that energy ball if it just exploded and did nothing?
So you can charge it up, and then and it has when it's charging it has a hurt box or hitbox, and so the fast hands will use that to like combo people sometimes. But then sometimes you'll just charge it up because it's powerful once you charge it up and then can shoot it off.
Oh, so you don't have to charge it and then shoot it off immediately. You can
you can charge it and then store it. Yeah,
okay.
yeah. That might have been what he did. I didn't notice.
Got it.
But it's confusing because then he once he has it at full charge, he has this like purple glow on his hand. But then a lot of his moves also have a purple glow. So yeah, like that move he's just doing a move. Yeah. But if he gets more charged, then he'll have like a purple glow on his hand. And sometimes it's like hard to tell what's happening for me at least. I also hate. Oh yeah. So yeah, so now he has like a little purple glow. Although it's hard to do when he's doing the teleporting. Hard to see. And now he died, so he doesn't have it anymore. But yeah.
So you want to interrupt the charging part? Yeah,
but it can be risky because you can kind of get it kind of like has a sucking in effect where if you fall into it, you're kind of like stuck there for a sec. And Fast Hands knows a lot of ways to punish people when they get sucked in. Wow. So I kind of just don't engage with it. And then I try to because you can if once they shoot it, you can reflect it back at them. That's what I try to do.
Is that by using your shield or something and like having it bounce off? Okay.
Yeah, if you basically time the shield within the first couple, if it hits your shield on the first couple frames that the shield's active, then it'll reflect back.
I don't know how I guessed that. I think there's some osmosis.
No, yeah, that was good. That was good. And Fox has a special reflector move that also works, but the shield is better because it has no lag. Whereas if you use the reflector move, you get stuck after it reflects. And that's another thing Mewtwo has that's a pretty good gimmick, is that he can just kill you with his throws, which most characters can't do that, and throws beat shield. So a lot of times it can be hard to kill people at high percent because they'll just like spam shield, and it's like you can grab them, but then you just like throw them and they just go like somewhat far away but not far enough to die, so then they just get to another position where they can shield again. Whereas Mewtwo, it's just he just grabs you and just kills you.
That seems pretty good.
Yeah, that's probably his best aspect, I would say, actually.
How do you... I don't understand, like, sometimes they disappear into a little star and sometimes they don't. Like, when does that happen?
Okay, so so on the if they die on the side or the bottom, they'll always get the just kind of like the explosion, like horizontal white stripe that comes out. Whereas off the top, there's a random. It's basically a random chance whether you get that that one you're talking about where they turn into a small dot and just like float slowly into the back and disappear, or there's like one where they kind of like smack the top of the screen and die. But it's funny because it's random which one you get, and so the one where you fade into the background is way longer. It's probably like half a second longer, or maybe like a full second longer than the other animation. So there's times where a set has been like won or lost because both players hit each other, and they're like both dying off the top, and then one person got the randomly slow animation and one got the randomly fast animation. So,
No way.
yeah, it's a highly serious
And then
game.
what does like your chance? Why are there percents at the bottom?
Okay, so yeah, the percents indicate basically there's some moves that are exceptions, but for the most part, each move will send you further the more percent you have. So yeah, so you see the Fox just got a new stock. They start at 0. Every move will do damage, but at like 0%, the moves won't send you very far, and then most moves have just like a linear scale where
It's just more punishing.
yeah, exactly. So like it's literally like impossible for Mewtwo to hit Fox with a move that's strong enough for them to die off the top or the side. But yeah, as you gain more percent, then certain moves will start killing.
Do you know all your percents against like other?
I'm actually pretty bad about percents because there's like infinite amount of percents you could know, because it's like like a lot of people will know their like at what percent certain moves kill, but then it's like certain combo strings will, because they'll depend on how far the other person gets sent. So like certain combos will only work at certain percents, because if they're at too high percent, then they get sent too far away and you can't catch them with the next move before they get out of stun. So that's like an aspect that I feel like I'm not very I don't know, I always think it's kind of like it's like a rabbit hole where you're never gonna like get to the point where you know everything. So I usually just rely on my intuition more, just because when you've been playing for a while, you'll know like what moves will send about what distance at what percent.
So are you actually like even looking at the percent? Or are you just trying to do as much punishing stuff as possible, as fast as possible, regardless?
I think most players will have a sense, like you'll have a pretty good, you'll know like what percent you're at just based on knowing what's been happening in the game.
Mm-hmm.
Like not, maybe not exactly, but it's like, okay, the Fox knows he's at high percent because he's been hit a bunch of times, and then you occasionally check in on it, but I'm not looking at it like all the time. Well, and yeah, a lot of people will probably have a thing where, especially like that's another reason grabs are good, because they kind of limit the potential outcomes, because like every other move you see how he's like they're all like floating around, so it's like any distance or any difference in the momentum of either player can cause like the interaction to happen differently. That's something that where Melee is pretty unique to other fighting games in that aspect. Like most fighting games are very kind of like digital in the sense of like you're either going forward or backward or running or walking or something like that, but Melee has analog values for like every type of movement velocity.
Mm-hmm.
So what was I saying? I was saying about oh yeah, so grabs limit it, because once you get the grab, you're both standing there, and then it's it's like you pick which throw you're gonna do, and there's a very limited set of options you can do from there. And so people will get the grab, and then they'll like look at the percent and be like, okay, at this specific percent, I know I have these grab follow-ups. So that's like a situation where it makes a lot of sense to know your percents. But to me, it's like, yeah, like just random moves in the middle of the stage. It's like there's so many other variables contributing to that interaction that I personally don't think it's super useful to memorize all those percents, but I'm sure other people would disagree with me and call me stupid because I miss I miss like things I could just know from knowing my percents.
But that's something that like people will like put on flashcards and drill or something, or like.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Definitely.
I've seen it happen. Yeah.
Oh my god. That's crazy.
Yeah, shout out to Novi for getting the dub. It's always hard to like figure out a matchup like this on the fly in tournaments. So you're doing a good job.
If you know you're gonna play someone, do you like if you have time, do you try to warm up against like another one of those players and stuff, or?
Yeah,
Just pray
that's
for
a
the
big.
best?
That's another good thing about playing. Well, it has its pros and cons about like playing Yoshi, is that, cause like a Fox player, it's like you go to a tournament and there's like a million Fox players there, so
Yeah.
everyone is gonna like, there's gonna be a bunch of practice available for people against you, and then also like when people want to play practice for Fox, they're not gonna necessarily like need you because there's a bunch of other Fox there. So for me, it's like if I go to a tournament and like if Ops is there or something, everyone is gonna be like wanting to play me. Which like back I played other characters back in the day, like no good players ever wanted to play with me because I was bad. But yeah, now it's like now I can
Warm people up
take
for
advantage of
AMSA.
that. Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Are there any like top players that you thought were like pretty like nice people and in general, or?
I mean, honestly, I've had pretty good experiences with most top players. I would say when I was saying before that no one wanted to play me, that was probably like mostly an internal thing. Whereas I would just assume that, and so then I would never like put myself in a position to be asked. But yeah, I actually do think most top players are pretty nice. I don't know. Nicolette, I disagree. Well, she thinks they're like lazy and not good tournament attendees, which I do think that's true.
Yeah, she's there from the TO perspective, right? So it's
Yeah.
different.
Yeah.
That's that.
Yeah.
Best of 5, right? Fast hands.
Yep. So yeah, so now
we're going to our final
Fast Hands
one.
Ferocity again. Yeah.
Oh my gosh! So we're gonna be interviewing one of the two at the end, right?
Oh yeah. Yeah,
there's usually
We're gonna DM, so we're not set up to bring somebody into it.
Oh, okay.
So we're not gonna be able to interview them, like in voice at least.
Why not?
Okay, you can't add somebody to a ongoing.
Oh, we can hop into a different call. You could set up another group chat. Discord bad is what Nicolette says.
She's spitting.
All right. Wait, but then you're not gonna have a winner interview. That's sad. You did have commentary the whole time. I don't know how, the quality of your commentary. I'm sure it would have been better with someone who knows what the heck they're talking about.
We're spitting. Giving the people what they want. Which I think is just Nicolette.
There's 10 people on the 10 people watching. I don't know. So that's pretty wild. But I'm worried about you not getting dinner.
No, I'm chilling.
Okay. The Popeyes.
Although I should let me Popeyes also. Well, I was gonna practice some doubles actually before this weekend. Oh yeah, what's up, Notch?
Question for DZ.
What's on the menu? Popeyes. That's what I'm saying. Popeyes every time. Popeyes spicy tenders. Can't go wrong.
5-piece, right?
Yep, 5-piece.
You got to. Wait, so who's in gold winners final?
Well, so gold winners finals was Fast Hands versus Ferocity, which Ferocity won.
Oh, okay.
And so now winners, so the loser of winners finals goes to losers finals, which is what we just watched. And so now it's grand finals.
God, I don't understand brackets. That's another part of this stuff that's just witchcraft, but that's fine. I think like, Nicolette has tried to explain brackets to me so many times. I'm just like, okay, babe.
The winners side for the most part it's pretty understandable. It's just like, it's like a
Just
March
keep winning.
Madness. It's like a March Mad. Like, have you ever watched March Madness or like seen people like make those brackets?
Yeah, where
Yeah.
it's both sides and like it's just like two teams against two, like a
Yeah,
team against
and
a
it's
team, and
just
then
it's
they
just like
like keep going.
powers of two going down until there's one person left. So, and so that's like the main. So like winners bracket is just one of those, and then
Okay.
and so winners finals is like what would be the grand finals of one of those just like single elimination tournaments. And then losers bracket is confusing how it works, but yeah.
Well, I got some of it, so that's good.
Yeah. So yeah, they're probably stage striking right now.
What's your guess for what stage?
Oh
they're
yeah,
gonna
that's a
go
good
with?
question. So Peach versus Mewtwo. I mean, probably they'll just start Battlefield, I would think. Cause I don't know. I honestly don't know what. I think Fast Hands went to FD twice on his counter pick last time. But I don't even know why. Oh, they went to the stadium. Interesting. So yeah, I think. Or no, that was just them queuing into each other.
Practicing.
Yeah. When you first queue in, you just get a random stage. Cause yeah, you can't. I think Stadium is not the starter in this tournament, or no, because it's frozen, so it is. But yeah, anyways.
Good stage for Mewtwo.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I think I think Ferocity probably will not. Like, the main thing is just don't like when Mewtwo's on the ledge, you just like don't go over there. Is the level 1 strategy, which probably Ferocity will just not fuck with that or not mess around with that.
Ferocity knows better.
Yeah, but that's another one where I'd never give them satisfaction. Is I let them pull me under, then try and kill them below the stage. Yeah, he's trying it. He's got a lead here. I didn't even see what happened on the first thought. I think I'm also really bad at melee commentary. I haven't done melee commentary since Nicola will remember Bladewise's wedding. One of our there was one of the top players in Seattle had like a tournament for their wedding.
That's wild.
Yeah,
I kind of love that.
Yeah, it was fun. But yeah, that was probably in like 2017 or something. That was the last time I did commentary, I think.
Did y'all both went to this wedding?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, me and Nicola were pretty good friends. We were in the same group, like the same group chat. We went to Vegas to Evo together.
Oh wow. Oh,
Yo, what's up, Brand? If Melody needs to play doubles soon, I can leave. But I mean, this is almost over. We can just wait till it's over. So how's it going, Brand? Wait, you were where? You were at at Daily Beloved? That's crazy. That's crazy. That is actually insane.
It's a small world out there.
Yeah, well, I knew Bryn was from Seattle, but I would have assumed she was too young at that time to go to that. So you remember Rustin's best man speech? No, it was good, I think, if I remember right. Nice. Oh, I see.
Wow, that teleport was so big. You can really go far with that.
Yeah, Rustin. I love Rustin. That's awesome. I did know that about you, by the way. I remember you saying that. Have you seen him? Like, have you seen him at any time recently? I haven't talked to him in so long. I remember he was playing like a little bit in the. Like you didn't had you ever even played Ices against him? he just soul, or did he just soul read you? Yeah, he was playing. He was like grinding. He was like playing a decent amount of Slippy at the beginning. Okay, yeah. I went to talk in like 2020, in like late 20 or in 2021, I think, and Rustin was there. That was the last time I saw him. But he was playing a decent amount of net play at that time, but I don't think he does anymore. And he wasn't really playing Peach. He was just trying to troll people with Fox. But yeah, Rustin was a big influence on me too. Rustin was like the first good player that like practiced with me. I used to go to Rustin's house and play with him a decent amount. Oh, yeah, Frosty didn't die. He's ready.
This is a pretty good
Yeah,
match if they're both down to one stock, right?
Yeah. Oh. Wait, and Frosty won the first game too? Or was that was the first game? That was a long game. But yeah, it was unfortunate because Fast Hands had like a decent sized lead, so when you've already lost one set and then you like start you start the game strong but still aren't able to close it out, it's always tough. Tough feeling.
How do you reset your mindset like when you're kind of losing a bunch of stocks or something like that, like in the game?
Yeah, I just I try one of the things I try to remind myself is that it's like the momentum is a factor and it is real, but it's kind of like there is like a natural cycle to it because it's like once there's a Stitch. Yeah.
Yep.
Did he pick? Yeah, he picked it up back up again. So he's gonna. Yep, and now he's just dead. So he just died to two throws from that turnip, and he still has it, so he can hit him with it again.
That's crazy.
Yep.
You just keep catching it. Oh no. Fast Hands.
Yeah, no, that's a tough feeling. It's like you just had a close game where you were like fighting it out, and then you immediately start this game down 2 stocks because of that. But the thing I try to remind myself is it's like when you feel like you're down in momentum, it may be true, but then you have now the pressure has been on your opponent because now it's like your opponent is in this good position, and so it's like now I'm kind of like the pressure's off me. It's like well, I'm supposed to lose at this point, so if I can start to get them in a position where they think they have any chance of losing, then they're gonna start to like lose the momentum and get nervous. So that's how I try to think of it. Yeah, Nicholas, right. There's multiple RNG aspects to the turnips. Whether you get the Stitch in the first place and then how long the Stitch lasts is also RNG.
Oh, they disappear if you don't catch them and stuff, but they can disappear if you do catch them?
Well, so it's basically just they have a random value for how long they'll stay, how long they'll stay alive while no one's touching them. So as long as someone's holding it, they won't disappear. But then once you throw it, like a frame counter stops dropping, and once it hits 0, it'll disappear. But how many frames that is RNG. Yeah, that was a tough one. That's just
no.
When you get stitched like that, you just gotta take that. Oh hell yeah, Brent. Smoke. Yeah, I still like I was proud of myself for saying Showdown because I still always say like Smogon when I'm talking about. I mean, I know Smogon's still around, but. Yeah, I love some Pokemon. Love playing Pokemon.
Yeah.
Actually, I was playing Pokemon today, and I had like the most triggering game ever against some. Oh, he's got another Stitch. This is crazy.
Yeah, they got the Stitch again.
Yeah.
Fast hands, no!
Yeah, that's just when the melee gods are against you. That's when the melee gods want me to get dinner.
That's so taunting to just like hold on to the Stitch. It's like, yeah, come here.
Yep, Pokemon Online. Hell yeah, Bryn. That was probably like when I was in Seattle. I was playing a ton of Pokemon Online, I think. Or no, it was even when I was in college. I remember I had dreams of making like the best Pokemon rate my team on Smogon. That was like always my goals. I wanted to make it. They have like a on the forums. They have like a board where you post like your Pokemon team, and then they always like make like crazy graphics of all the like people that you of all the Pokemon that you put on the team, and like go in depth explaining all the reasoning and stuff like that. Yeah. So I always wanted to make a good rate my team, but I never even posted one because I never made a good team.
It takes Mewtwo so much longer to generate the ball than to Peach to throw out a turnip. This is not fair.
It's a messed up game. There's no fairness in this world.
Evil. Fast hands, no.
I believe. We'll get one.
I just hear Nicolette laughing at me in the background.
It's like this is your first. Yeah, it's like this is every Melee fan goes through this, where you like realize how deeply unfair and pointless it is to root for someone you want to win sometimes.
No.
But Mewtwo has a cool turnip catch animation. It just like starts floating in front of them, but you'll see it. Fast hand's pretty good at it.
There we go. We're so back.
Yeah. This is doable.
You can't miss that ball throwing, Mewtwo. Oh, the background. Good lord.
Yeah, that's the one I hate.
I'm having a stroke.
That's why I just have to guess what people are doing, because I'm not gonna freaking look at the screen when that's happening.
Why'd they do that? Why'd they program that?
Well, I bet the artist who made that was like,
I'm really cooking with this one,
we gotta put this. We gotta make sure the screen is shaking and everything, so they get the full
People are gonna
effect.
love this.
And I do remember
flight of
thinking it
your
was
life.
like epic as hell when I was a kid.
No, this is like being on the worst flight in your entire life and being like, we're so gonna die.
Where's my Uber driver taking me?
Yeah, exactly. Oh, come on, fast hands.
Oh wait, I forgot to find that tweet I was gonna retweet. You think it's bot though? Yeah, this is just a kill. That's most characters cannot do that to Peach.
But now fast hands is a really high percent. And what if there's the RNG turnip? No.
Well, yeah, it's like an interesting, because most times, against most characters, being the first one to take a stock is a benefit because you come down with invincibility like he has right there. But against Peach, it is kind of not, because then they can start knitting and potentially pull a turnip between stocks. So it's like sometimes it's not good to get a first stock against Peach unless you like really build a lot of percent. But Fast Hands built some pretty good percent there, so he's in a good spot. I remember Scott talking about he didn't even try to chase. Yeah. Oh, I miss Scott. Do you ever talk to Scott, Nicolette? But yeah, let's see. Oh, nice. Okay. Yeah. That would make sense. Hopefully, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna go to Port Priority in Seattle this year. So yeah, hopefully I'll see everyone there. I think. That's crazy. You know what? The last time I saw Scott was the same time was the last time I saw Rustin too, and Scott came to talk. I'm pretty sure. Which the only other time I remember Scott going to yeah, I think so. I could be tweaking though. I could be thinking of just the other time that Scott came to talk with me. But I do remember the other time I went to talk with Scott. That was when he beat Pladewise.
No, fast hands, come on.
Okay, well yeah, this is crazy.
Last stock. This is it. Come on, fast hands. Don't stitch it.
He's trying to grab the turn. I don't even know what Michi does here.
This is so
I
tense.
forgot about that. Yeah, this is tense. Uh-oh.
Oh no! Don't do it. This is the
It's so
most
hard.
intensely I've ever watched Melee.
It's so hard for me to get against Peach here.
Good
Oh, that's
teleport.
good. That's good. Yep.
Oh no 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 no. Okay,
Oh, nice.
we're so back.
Yep, yep. Yeah, Fast Hands is really good off ledge too with Mewtwo. Like, I've never seen a Mewtwo do a lot of things he does.
No 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 no.
We're good. We're good. We're good.
Okay.
Oh, I did the comedy occurs. This is why I did commentate.
Oh my god,
I
no.
said he's off ledge. He flubbed. GG's. GG.
Oh, congratulations,
Congrats to Ferocity. Nice dub. After they said that they were what did they say, they were on some kind of coming down from some kind of drugs, so they thought they weren't gonna do good.
What?
He's off opiates and 2 hours of sleep if anyone wants a free win today.
Oh my gosh.
But clutched it up. GG's.
Wow, that was our tournament.
Nice. That was fun. I'm glad that was fun to commentate together.
Yeah, well, it really helped because like I understood way more of the strategies. I've never actually like, even though people tell me like what their characters are, I don't get to see the strats that
Yeah,
they
yeah.
actually do and stuff, and so I've never really dove into that before.
Yeah.
I
Yeah, it's
just so
different. It's
happened
hard to
to
like
lucky.
explain it. It's easier to like explain it when it's visually happening in front of us. GG's.
Yeah,
Good job, Ferocity.
congrats, Ferocity, for being the champion of Botlane episode 8. Do you want to
Good
do a
chat-
little interview in chat?
interview?
Okay.
Ferocity.
I never stick around for the chat part. Once I'm done usually.
Wait for
Hi,
you didn't-
Ferocity.
You didn't go to RPM yesterday, did you? I don't think so. I was gonna say I was curious about Joe and Fast Hands DK versus Mewtwo experience, but yeah, I don't know. So let me see. Question for Ferocity. That's crazy getting the dub off the pain
Oh my
meds. Well, I
gosh.
hope you're feeling better.
Yeah, hope you have a
What
speedy
was your surgery
recovery.
for, if you don't mind me asking? 'Cause
That's so
I
personal.
don't know. I don't know what else to ask about in an interview. This is how you should the interviews, not me.
Ferocity. Okay, how did you feel? How did you feel? Like, was RNGesus on your side in terms of the stitching tonight, or
Okay,
like,
that seems way better. Yeah. Tell us about the Stitch RNG. You had some pretty good Stitch RNG in Grands. Nice.
No, we're getting septoplasty. Straighten a deviated naval septum. Oh, nasal septum. Okay, you have a deviated septum. Well, you don't anymore. That's good. Hopefully that helps with breathing.
Help to sleep. Probably the
Helps with
sleeping,
sleep.
right? So now you won't get 2 hours of sleep anymore.
And Frosty says yes, prayer hand. So I think RNGesus was on Frosty's side.
Yes.
Wait, Nicolette, your septum's a little deviated? The hell? How did I not know that? Do we need to go to the doctor?
What do you think about Peach Mewtwo, Frosty? I'm
Oh
curious.
yeah,
I saw Cody, because Cody was just doing his Mewtwo run, and he said that he thinks like he said he thinks it's not that bad based on playing LOD. Yeah, that's what I would have assumed. But he said he thinks it's not that bad for Mewtwo based on playing LOD, which I didn't watch that happen, but that seems insane to me that he would come away from playing LOD with that conclusion. But Cody is different, I guess. But yeah, it seems pretty bad.
Also, Ferocity. Sorry, I wasn't
Oh,
cheering
and
for you.
because Fast Hands lets you pull turnips, I see. Yeah.
Yeah, sorry, I wasn't cheering for you. I have a Pokemon preference.
Pretty much, it's like if you're playing against a Mewtwo, you just expect that people are gonna cheer for the Mewtwo.
Oh, really?
I think so. Yeah.
Okay.
Like that's like another Yoshi privilege I have. It's like a mid tier and low tier privilege. If you're playing a character like that, you just pretty much everyone's gonna root for you.
Aw, that's nice.
Yeah. Oh heck yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
you're down for Pichu bracket. Awesome.
It's gotta
I can't
happen.
wait to see your Pichu.
Frosty's Peach is probably pretty nice, I would guess. At least relative to mine. But we'll see. I'll get some practice and I'm gonna lock in.
Okay, awesome. Yeah, I can't wait to see this. It sucks, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, Peaches is a tough one. Yeah, it'll be fun. But yeah,
Well, all
I think
right.
we'll call it there because I gotta get some food and
Yeah.
then play doubles. But yeah, it was fun. Congrats to Ferocity.
Yeah,
Thank you for
congrats.
interviewing me, Tori.
Yeah, thank you for being on the show. Botlane episode 8. Here we go. Or I
Yeah.
guess that's it.
Okay, bye, chatters.
Bye,
It was fun.
y'all. See ya.